Hello Stunning Fan, Michele here. We're glad you stopped by. Today we're sharing the last video of our mini 2023 New Year's Mantle series. For this first project, I made some paper starbursts using some black wrapping paper and a roll of brown packing paper that I actually had on hand. For each starburst, I cut 6 squares that progressively got smaller in size, alternating between black and brown in color. Now for the folds. Take a square and fold it in half kitty corner style so that you end up with a triangle. Then repeat this 3 more times. The next cut is hard to describe, so it would be better if you could just watch and see how and where I cut. Then you will cut very thin slits parallel with the fold, repeating this multiple times and being careful not to cut through any of the folds. I ended up cutting out some small triangles in the folds, kind of like you would when you make a snowflake. But in hindsight, I wouldn't do that the next time because the papers are layered and the designs ended up being covered up. I repeated the entire process that I just described for all of the progressively smaller squares of paper. I unfolded them and layered them according to size, turning them upside down. Then I hot glued them together. I used a scrap piece of cardboard as a base, and I glued the largest piece down, then each progressively smaller square on top of the next, till I ended up with a very cool looking paper starburst. We are a lifestyle channel that features a variety of content from cooking, unboxing videos, to anything that can be a DIY style project. And we would really love it if you would like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified the next time that we decide to share one of our projects. For the next project, I used toilet paper rolls to make mini fireworks that looked like rockets. I started off by painting some black and some brown with watered down acrylic paint. Once they were all dry, I used a Q-tip dipped in white acrylic paint to create polka dots. While the Q-tips dried, I used cardstock to create a cone shape for the top of the rocket. I hot glued a small piece of twine as the fuse on the rocket cap. I decided the cap needed a little bit more, so I used a fine translucent glitter on the cone cap to give it a little bit of a shimmer. I glued a cap to one end of the painted toilet paper rolls, and then I glued a skewer to the other end of each of the toilet paper rolls. Lastly, I cut a few strips of brown and black paper, and I carefully curled them with scissors and then glued them to the bottom of the rocket for a finishing touch. Again, thanks for stopping by and have an amazing day.